Now I would like to introduce to you, maybe you know him, Mr. Terry Garcia Ordonez. Mr. Terry Garcia is our expert in biomaterial. So Terry will present to us a new biomaterial, and he will make the point on other material that maybe you know, but some of you doesn't know. Terry,
good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Very excited to meet all of you. Many new faces, I don't know. So this is great. I would like to introduce you our range, our interesting line of products. We have something to play in this field. So first of all, I want to tell you that we were very successful with Matri Bone, which was a hemostatic sponge, and COVA Max. Those two products are not available anymore. They lost their CE marking. So since 2017, we've been validating new biomaterials, always targeting the dental and maxillofacial surgery. So we made the decision to work only with French manufacturers, with approved French manufacturer. Why? Because we need to be on safe side, to be clinically bulletproof, and to obtain a total safety and performance on this product. So now we have a range of 3 products. First of all, Matri Inject, which you know, which is a fully synthetic injectable. NEA-COVA, which is a membrane, porcine membrane. I'm going to tell you share with you some information. And the newcomer is Collapat, which is the new generation of Matri Bone. It's an hemostatic sponge, and we are blessed with this product because we expect a lot from it. So let's go. First of all, I want to share with you my feeling, my deep feeling. What leads to a successful bone regeneration? First of all, healthy patients. We need to really make sure that our products are placed in patients having a positive biology, not smokers, not diabetes. We need to secure the quality of the regeneration because of the health of the patient. Second, we need to have fully trained and fully motivated practitioner. A professional not trained is not skillful. So make sure that you are able to train your practitioners on our products. And last but not least is to have safe and performing medical devices. So what does it mean? First of all, we need to have biocompatible products that will not generate adverse reaction in the patient. Second, we need to have products that will respect the natural cycle of life. That means to be resorbed and to be able to create bone. Third is to have a microporosity and a microporosity just to be able to allow fluids in the graft. I'm talking about blood, but also to make sure that cells will be easily in the device, that they will colonize and install osteoconduction. So first of all, we're going to start with Matri Inject. So what you know is that, well, of course, as I told you, it's a French product. It's manufactured in Nantes by Biomaterial. Biomaterial is a serious player in this field. With this product, we use the, in fact, it's a biphasic product. So using hydroxyapatite and beta-TCP plus some hydrogel, and it could be injected. We have 2 granulometries, and we target some very specific application. I'm talking about sinus lift. It could be lateral or apical sinus lift, but please target with this product. It's very important. 3 or 4 walls defect. Please do not venture yourself in other, or do not promote other application, because it's risky. First, I would like to come back on the product. Every single granulates is made out of 60% of hydroxyapatite, which is not resorbable, and 40% of beta-TCP, which is resorbable within 6 months. All of this is mixed within the syringe with 2% of nitro gel, which is in fact, that will help in fact to attract the blood within the device. So what is important is that this Matri Inject is for intra-bone defects, okay? We need to wait between 6 to 9 months to get quality bone, okay? So this is really targeting people who are, patients who are reluctant to use any bovine or porcine source, okay? It's convenient. You can see here on this sinus lift that once you have injected the device, it's very secure, very fast, and also very affordable. We're talking for a procedure perhaps 5 times less expensive than Geislich on the sinus lift, which is good. We don't need a membrane on this product because of the hydrogel. Second product is our membrane, NEA-COVA. NEA-COVA have a very interesting concept. First of all, why do we need a membrane? We need a membrane first to respect the regeneration of bone, which is pretty slow, compared to soft tissue, which is really fast. So we need a barrier between what is slow growing compared to fast growing, okay? Second, once you have to cover a defect, filled with any granulates, you need to avoid any migration of the granulates. So the granulates, we don't want them to move, and using a membrane is one solution. We avoid any micro movement. And another thing is also to avoid any penetration of soft tissue, fibroblast, or saliva. So having a membrane is very useful and is almost mandatory when you place some granulates. It could be any kind of granulates, but please consider that this membrane could be very useful to avoid migration and to avoid also invagination of fibroblasts. I've got some very interesting microelectronic pictures. And here you can see on I had a cut of the NEA-COVA, and you can see here the structure of the collagen, and originally the striation of the collagen, which is outstanding. So NEA-COVA is made out of porcine collagen, okay? It's type 1 and type 2 collagen. We have, with this product, almost no inflammation. It's fully resolved in 6 months, but we have a barrier effect observed within 1 month. So it's sufficient to obtain a very net barrier between hard tissue and soft tissue. So we can use this product on any kind of surgery, even in maxillary surgery. As you know, as you might remember, we have 3 sizes. So, which is, in fact, in the oral surgery, it will be 15 by 25 millimeters. And the 2 other sizes are most for maxillofacial surgery. I want to show you also the mechanical property of NEA-COVA. NEA-COVA needs to be immersed in serum for 5 minutes, okay? Once you have waited this period of time, the product is outstanding. You cannot tear it, you cannot break it, you can suture it, and there is no sense of pose. You can really place your membrane the way you like, move it, suture it, or pin it, okay, using some pins in our range. So here you can see that it's traditional. Here, NEA-COVA replaced COVA Max, and you can see here that over a bed of granulates, you can place NEA-COVA and obtain really beautiful results depending on the nature of the granulates. But let's say if you use synthetics, it will be between 6 to 8 months based on the biology and the strengths of the patient. And also, if you use some allograft, it could be reduced to something like 3 to 5 months, which is the main interest of allograft product. So this is another case. Here for sinus lift, there is 2 options. So you can protect the expanded region with NEA-COVA easily and introduce easily NEA-COVA once emerged in the sinus hole, lateral hole. So now I'm going to switch to Collapat, which is a new baby, very promising medical device. It's I'm going to play you a film. Is that okay? Can you see this film? Hello, can you see? Okay. So you can see here that it reminds some of you perhaps the Matri. So this product is made out of porcine collagen, loaded with micro granulates of hydroxyapatite. You can see here is hemostatic facility and also is overall structure. There is absolutely no migration with this product. So in other words, you don't need to use a membrane. Since it's a product using some reticulated porcine collagen, we can be also exposable for a limited period of time, but we can, in fact, if the suture are not fully done well or effective, there is no risk if Collapat is exposed, which is a main advantage. So I'm going to move to another. Okay, so here's the structure of Collapat. You can see here, it's a granulate, it's a micro granulate of hydroxyapatite. There is no, you can see, there is no need for a micro or micro porosity because the size of the granule. The granule we use are only 200 microns, which is wonderful. So here is the products won't emerge. We have only 2 sizes of products for this for Collapat. We have a cubic size, which is 10 by 10 by 10. It's and we have 5 units per package. We have also, especially for sinus lift or for major bone augmentation, a big size, which is 35 by 60 by 10. Only 1 unit per package. Every single unit of Collapat is, of course, fully sterilized and individually wrapped. Of course, it's made by Symatese in France, in Lyon, and it's an exclusivity for Biotech Danton. So it replaced with advantage material. So to summarize, what is important with this product is that we use some microgranulates. You can't see the granulates if you are looking at a soaked Collapat. It's malleable. This mineral phase is non-resorbable, so it's ideal for long-term stability. The collagen enables the creation of a really good blood clot, stable over 1 month, so which is much enough to get a really good start in the regeneration cycle. It's exposable, as I told you. We don't need a membrane with this product, and we can even use this membrane as we can use a Collapat as a membrane of a bed of granulates. And also, it's very affordable. That's the product, so 1 cc of Collapat could be, depending on your on the volume, could go over between 50 and 60 euro piece, which is nothing. Compare again to the other main player, as Geislich, as Guido. We have this financial pricing advantage. So the instruction to use on Collapat is, first of all, you don't need, in fact, to break the product in small pieces. You can put it directly because it will adapt to the size and the depth of the bone defect. You don't have to use it. But if you have to resize, better using scissors. The first thing is we don't want our practitioner to use or to mix betadine with Collapat or antibiotics. Okay, it will hurt the life cycle of bone cells, and especially osteoclasts suffer from this kind of mix. So please, no betadine or Collapat in Collapat or antibiotics. Use it just soaked with arterial blood coming from the defect. Last point is that we don't crush Collapat with a metallic tool, but we apply a gentle pressure with a sterile compress over the top of Collapat. Why? Because if you use a metallic tool, you will break the fragile link between the granulate, and in fact you will break it, and then of course you will generate a migration. So no membrane, but you have to apply a very gentle pressure on the defect filled with Collapat. Here you are. You can see in this apical resection, once the site is ready, you apply directly a dry Collapat directly in the hole and go to the suture. It's ideal for resection or peri-implant application. So that's it. I think I have respected yes, I was great on timing. So
Perfect, Thierry, perfect. can the surgeon use the Collapat in conjunction with the PRF?
Oh,
Alexandro
of course,
Kitab.
yeah, no problem. It's a very good mix. It works.
Okay,
Works better.
perfect, perfect. About the NEA-COVA, 6-month resorption, but really barrier effect for 6 months?
For 1 month. The
Okay.
barrier effect will
Total.
last only 1 month. That means that cells, fibroblasts, will be contained on the outside of the wound. But after 1 month, NEA-COVA will disappear partially and will fully be resolved in 6 months. So somebody looking for a 1 month barrier effect will go for NEA-COVA.
Okay, perfect. That was question from Georgie Sant.
Okay.
Another question from Cyprian Maginian. How much percentage residual hydroxyapatite in the regenerated volume in time? Let's take example, 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, etc.
In fact, we lose 3% of our hydroxyapatite per year. Okay. You know that our teeth are made out of microcrystal of hydroxyapatite. And there is a regeneration of, well, degradation of 3% per year. Okay, so that's why we consider that it's a non-resorbable product,
okay.
but it's a resorbable product.
So, okay, the collagen part will be resorbable, so he will have a new bone, and the hydroxyapatite non-resorbable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mr. Muhammad Elwari, our friend, about the question is not complete. You just write about the bone, so I cannot help.
It's great,
Sorry.
but the bone.
Yeah, I don't understand the question. Okay. Before maybe Mohamed send another question, I would like to take the question about the other presentation that I didn't answer yet. Marie, why contact and contact N are in grade 5 and the other are in grade 4? Because we started in biotech with grade 5, and there is some need in the market. Some doctors like grade 5 because it's more resistant. And after that, some doctors said, we like your company, but we don't like grade 5. There is some dentists like that, think about grade 5 and grade 4. So we decided to do implant in grade 4 too. So we have the solution for our doctors or our customers could have an answer in our company and with you too. Alfonso, what's the maximum torque accepted to insert the S plus in immediate implantation, please? So there is no maximum accepted for the implant. It's for the biology. The implant itself resists to much more than 100 newtons. So the problem is not here. The problem is if we develop high torque, we could damage the osseointegration process and create a bone defect or non-osseointegration. So for the biology, what we always say is better to not exceed 15 or go more to much more than 15 Newton centimeter, okay? So if you are placing the S plus and you need 70, 18, 19, it means that within the protocol is not good, or you choose the wide implant and you should choose a narrower thread implant. Okay, another question, always from Alexandro Kitab, are the KPL prosthetic abutment the same as the contact range? As I said, no, the connection is different. So the KPL will be the unique implant in the range that has its prosthetic components. Okay, the surgical kit will stay the same. We need just to add drivers and cortical drills, and I will show you that at the end of the meeting of today. But for KPL, the component prosthetic part, the prosthetic part will be always different. Okay, so Mohamed Elwari, the period of resorption, it's 6 to 8 months. Now, as Thierry said, the collagen will disappear very fast if we are speaking about Collapat, and the hydroxyapatite is not really resorbable. It's 3% per year. Maybe he's speaking about NEA-COVA.
I don't know. That's why. Mohamed, could you be more specific? Which product are you considering? Well,
Okay. Anyway, if it's NEA-COVA, the NEA-COVA start resorption after 1 month and disappear completely after 6 months. Yeah.
exactly.
So
And
that's
the
also
collagen of contained in our friend Collapat will disappear after 1 month and will be fully replaced by natural bone.
okay. Perfect. He has the answer. Okay. Perfect, Thierry. Thank you very much for this presentation.